And welcome on back to Gaming Island. We're fucking Edward the Wolf, Wolf Dog here with you. We're checking out the next fucking live stream that was shown off that I kind of missed for someone gave us, which is the story Rich Games. Which I should have said now, I'm very excited for these ones.
We've lost contact with the Terminarch strike team. The helicopter was shot down. One agent survived. Your job is to guide them out.
The mission must be completed. Secure Burn 9 at all costs. That information is well above your pay grade.
Get to work.
Operator, are you there? I'm dead if I can't find some way to get out of the open. I need you to direct me. Gonna just smash it. I'm sick of looking around. Awaiting your order. Should I engage? Enemy neutralized. Let me know if there are any surprises. Okay, not great. Stay with me, please.
Nothing is more important than Burn 9.
What's really going on here?
The mission takes priority.
Operator, tell me the truth.
Keep control of the agent. They're an asset, nothing more.
You're my only way out of here.
Operator, give me an update. Where is the asset?
Burn 9. Coming in 2026.
Wait, what? Seriously, Burn 9. What was the last thing?
Operator, give me an update.
What ain't you telling me? Uploading her location now. She's not just an assist.
Where is the asset?
She's not just an asset.
Coming in 2026.
Dodo, can you hear me? Dodo, come in! Dodo!
Hey, that was a Start Snake reference! The Snake!
Hello,
Come in, Snake, can you hear me? Snake!
I'm Spencer from Fellow Traveler, and I'll be your host today. We just saw the debut trailer for Burn 9, a spy thriller from the team at 14 Hours Productions. But that's not all we have in store for you. No. The team has been hard at work over the past few months, reaching out to...
Seriously, I kind of got on that.
Now, let's start the show.
All right, Grandma, here we are.
Don't open the door.
This game already was shown off.
Prick, Ellen.
Yep, it's the motherhood shit. You gotta find out who's after your grandmother
You're already
and find out who the traitor is.
things you want to buy with her inheritance.
Yep, create a Duck Detective.
Can't wait for her to die. Mum, why is there a strange man in my room?
We're having apple crumble.
Apple crumble is not a birthday cake.
I'll feel right now all these are probably gonna go on my wish list because I love story mode games. Oh, this is creepy as fuck. Demon possessed altered boy. Catastrophe says demon possessed altered boy wishes it no. Damn.
Church. One night, a demon quietly takes hold of him. When his grandfather suddenly falls deathly ill, Daniel discovers something strange. Every time he performs a good deed, the old man heals. Sounds like a miracle, right? Except, for every act of kindness, a portal to the underworld tears open. Catechesis is a psychological horror RPG where you explore unsettling environments, meet characters you'll care about, and face demons head-on with twin-stick combat, or slip past them with stealth. Puzzles, minigames, and new abilities await. Inspired by
That's
Deadly
cool.
Premonition, RPG Maker classics such as Mad Father, and anime like Evangelion and Jujutsu Kaisen.
I knew it. Mad Father had to be a reference. Mad Father had to come into this fucking reference later.
You're ready to descend into the mysteries of this new religion? The Catechesis demo is available now.
Welcome to Rusty Lake, a place unlike any other.
That means you're gonna have multiple
This
endings.
most prosperous house belongs to the Vanderbooms, a peculiar family who hire servants to clean their mess. You've Aldous, the trustworthy. He seeks wisdom while upholding family tradition. Alexandra, the bright, full of ruthless ambition, the holder of the family lineage. And William, the powerful, gentle to the staff when he's not in a blind drunken rage. Once a year, they gather to feast and reminisce. While beneath the surface, tensions take a root.
Ooh,
To the next unfortunate
servant of the lake.
choose carefully who you trust.
Hi, my name is Danny O'Dwyer and I run NoClip, the crowd-funded video game documentary channel on YouTube, and NoClip 2, our other channel where we attempt to discover and highlight great underground and indie games. Now look, I'm preaching to the choir here, but you may know that narrative in games is very important. A lot of the games that I played as a kid, I played because of how they looked or what their gameplay was, but I probably didn't realize that I was playing a lot of them because of the stories and the places in which they took place. But what I found interesting is over the past 10 years how indie developers have really taken up the mantle of great storytelling in games. When I think about
Of course, because it seems like other game companies have lost that fucking effort.
Like 1,000 Times Resist, The Seance of Blake Manor, Queen's Domain, and even the recently released Wax Heads. Games with wonderful gameplay, but ultimately games where the player is pushed forward because of that narrative. The next game up today is from a studio that's no stranger to making great narrative games, having previously worked on Tangle Tower and Crow Country. So let's check out The Mermaid Mask by SFB Games.
I knew I should have said that.
To meet him, not murder him. Magnus Mortuga was a man of great will and great strength, and there his body lay, his blood pooling beneath him.
The next morning, Miss Seafoam has taken over as captain.
We just came in here to question you since you're one of the suspects.
But I heard you!
Yeah, no, that doesn't get you off the hook, I'm afraid.
What?
You'd like a succinct yet exhaustive rundown of our operational philosophy?
It seems our collective fate hangs on the outcome of your investigation.
So Mortuga was alone in a locked room.
Quite the story, isn't it?
Sure, that's why I got myself trapped in the murderous submarine.
This was on the floor of the crime scene. Do you know what it is?
I couldn't say with any academic certainty.
Surely some solemn secret, dark and dreadful.
Murder and mutiny, cauldrons and curses.
Any further questions?
Yeah, several.
The Mermaid Mask, July. I might be on that wish list too, because I love murder mystery games. Didn't we just see this one? So this one is actually fucking straight up comfy and story driven.
Kia ora tātou, Tale here from Origame Digital. We're here in Naarm, Melbourne. You may know us from our first game, Umurangi Generation. Well, we're thrilled today to show you off the story of our next game, Penguin Colony, which is an adaptation of At the Mountains of Madness and A Shadow Out of Time. This story takes place after Lovecraft died, and we asked the question, who his protagonist would have been? Maybe you already know. Look, to make Lovecraft horror work, you've got to do new. Because what is new but the unknown? And the fear of the unknown is the strongest of mankind's oldest emotions. This could be someone's first dip into Lovecraft. So let's start things off slow. No Cthulhu, no Dagon. People have a tendency to overdo it. Well, I've been sitting here yapping for long enough. Why don't we watch the trailer?
Blackley, did you know? People once built great civilizations. Thousands of years ago, they ruled the entirety of the world.
As a man of the sciences, what sits before me is the discovery of a lifetime. A being unlike any. Can you imagine the wealth our world would inherit if only a sliver of what it knew was given to us?
E meme ha haere ana, ka mārama kua whakangao, ētahi I te urupā huna.
What you see before you is the greatest discovery mankind will ever make. Deep within the city, we shall make contact with him.
Oh.
We shall meet our father race, the architects of mankind.
Penguin Colony 2026.
Hi, I'm Madmorph. I'm a creator, and one of the things that I do is find good games and share them with you.
Madmorph!
There's a very special reveal coming up, but first, here are 3 games that I would recommend that are included in the story-rich mega bundle that is out right now on Steam. This is a charming and creepy adventure puzzle game.
He's the person I talked about and shit. He is an awesome dude.
A new station, you've moved through the timeline of a character's life. It's called Underground Blossom. In Yuppie Psycho, it's your first day of working for a big corporation, but at orientation, you find out it's part of your job to hunt a witch. It's an unforgettable story set in a dystopian 90s society. And in this game, you're inside your house after an alien invasion, told to keep your doors locked and to stay inside. But then there is a knock at the door. You have to decide who is human and who is not, and more importantly, who you let inside. It's called No, I'm Not a Human. All 3 of these games and more are included in the story-rich mega bundle on Steam. And now, one of my favourite story games is Beacon Pines, so come with me and let's go and see what that team is doing next.
Rhythm horror. Wicked Delights, which is it now? Oh, perfect for fucking Halloween. Please have to come out. What about Halloween time? Hidden Spot Games.
What's going on? What is this place? And Ivy, what happened to me? This place doesn't look like a hospital.
Hey, can you hear me?
Who are you? I don't feel good. I think I'm falling asleep.
Trisha, don't ever touch my car. Do you even realize what you've done?
Lost in the Roots. Another horror story driven one.
The government found something they thought was a weapon. But I was right. It is a god.
Oh, you got some fucking Metal Gear Solid Resident Evil kind of shit?
And then she woke up.
I'm Maddie Myers.
And I'm Zoe Hanna.
We're the co-founders and co-owners of Mothership, a reader-supported website with gaming coverage for her, for them, and yes, even for him.
At Mothership, we cover games through the lens of identity, stepping into the shoes of another person or thing, inhabiting a body others like
Tell me and my cousin them all kind of old story. About rolling calf, old hig, river mama, the bagger antics of Sly Mongoose and Brother Anansi. Tell you the truth, I used to think they were just that. Tall tales. But no, it looked like story come to bump and I am in the middle of one. What to believe?
Who killed him?
Trust, or what even is happening, I couldn't tell you. One thing I can tell you for certain though, my name is Tasha Ann Palmer.
Super detective.
Them not know who me. Don't you know?
Crack the case June 8th. That's cool. Installation. Charming night. Obvious hunk. So you narrate, like you change, like whatever she's write down in the book, you could change it one time and it will change the story, like truth scripture. So it's more or less build your own adventure kind of stuff. And each choice you make changes the story a little bit. No sign to struggle. Follow the evidence. Read the room. Confront suspects. Unknown. Hey, Brooks could kill. Huh.
I'm based in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I'm making Detective Turner, If Looks Could Kill. If Looks Could Kill is a murder mystery, and I wanted to basically create a bit of a symbiosis of like this ensemble cast of Knives Out set in the world of The Devil Wears Prada. So you play as this character, Detective Turner, who is this quirky investigator who of little is radically.
I really don't care about the story background for the game. I just want to care about I just want to see the game.
Make sure you stop by Steam and wishlist some of your favorite upcoming games. You may have heard about it before, but wishlisting is super important for indie games and is a great way to show some love to the developers who are working hard to make sure we always have something great to play.
That is true, people. Go wish list those games you want to play. It shows Steam that these games are hot, but also it shows how these games are going to be bought.
Hi, we're James, Jess, and Thomas from Saltstone Studios, and we're really excited to show you our new adventure management title, The Hearth and Harbour. You are Kit Purcell. You've left your home for a fresh start on a new shore, a place that boasts beautiful landmarks, rich culture, and plenty of entertainment. But the food, well, the food could use some improvement. And as fate would have it, you've invested your last coppers in a rundown restaurant. With Cyril, your trusty new cook by your side, settle into routine.
Every day, you'll need to build your menu, head to the markets, catch up with the vendors, and buy ingredients. Then it's time for service. As customers arrive, they'll need to be greeted, seated, and looked after. Kit will take their order and Cyril will prepare their meals while you balance the needs of your guests against the stress of your staff. In the evening, the city is yours to explore. Invite new customers, progress friendships, and decompress from the long day. And then you do it all again. Good ingredients, good service, and good meals will build your favor with the people of Luthport. You'll need to make rent each month, but favor is as important as coin. Favor is a resource that can be spent to cut deals with vendors or solve problems for the townsfolk. Earning trust will grant you recipes and gifts from friends. These improvements will allow you to create more expensive dishes and to make your restaurant more comfortable for customers, building even more favor and discovering new stories.
As the winds change and war threatens your new home, these relationships will be your lifeline. Tensions will brew and resources will become scarce. But if you've been kind, your community will support you when push comes to shove. This new life is a chance to decide what kind of person you are. What will you do when you're backed into a corner? Will you protect others or prioritize your own survival? The best way to support us is to wishlist the Hearth and Harbour on Steam and let us know what you're curious about saying next.
Sláinte.
In Grave Seasons, we have a variety of different NPCs, and everyone has their own specific role in town. All these NPCs have their own schedules. They move pretty much autonomously throughout the town of Ashen Ridge. Sometimes events will interrupt that schedule, like murder, for example. You can see that the town doesn't necessarily revolve around your interactions with these NPCs too.
It makes you care about everything more. It makes you care about the people in the town if they feel real. And I also think that when you have the ever-looming threat of murder or violence, it's even more important for you to care about those people. We want the characters and people in Ashbridge to feel like people, and that means that not all the meaningful relationships you could have to be romantic.
In limiting our pool of romance options a little bit, I find that we've been able to get a lot more rich story detail of the romanceable characters.
It is no secret that you can romance the killer. That could be an experience you're trying to opt into, is where it could get more dangerous or morally complex.
Because of the fact that when you begin again, a different character from our campaign pool will be selected, you can still romance that same character when they are not the killer, and you will see a different side of them. Aside from being a farming sim, Grave Seasons is also a horror game. We really do value that sense of loss as a part of the genre, and we don't necessarily want to shy away from the idea that if you don't engage with the horror aspects of this game, you might lose out in some of your relationships.
If you're talking to someone and you're like, wow, I hope you're not next, there's an added element, I think, in order to make sure that hits emotionally.
A hidden component between horror and sort of cozy is the murder mystery. Even in a game that's sort of as broad as Grave Seasons is, we are thinking of all these mechanics as also vehicles for story, making sure that these storylines are well designed and propulsive, and not just creating content for content's sake. It was really important to us as we were sort of crafting the overall narrative of Grave Seasons.
Hey, long time no see. I hope you're enjoying the show. The Story-Rich Showcase Steam page features. You can also buy.
Where they expect a lot of survivors. And I can't accept that. Not after what I've seen. I'm here now. I'm not leaving this time.
Oh, I have a feeling. Yep. This is like straight up like close to Dead Space. Okay, Dead Space mixed with fucking a cleaning sim?
We can do this. We can actually save somebody.
Okay, this got me interested now.
God, that's her.
Antosobia.
Reconnecting calls. Final report of Dahlia Volkova.
Oh, the few So Act 1's still available, and Act 2 is going to be soon. We already seen this in the other one. Yeah, building relationships. We already seen that one.
Hi, I'm Juan Pablo from Recurring Dream, and I'm here to talk to you about our game, Desktop Explorer. In this game,
Oh, we
you
already saw
navigate
this
to
one
your
too.
uncle's old computer and find out what happened to the person he was looking for and how a program called Desktop Explorer was messing with his head. Everything is computer-centric, so be ready to solve puzzles using computer features you never thought could be used as puzzle mechanics. However, this old computer has more to it than just text files. We haven't talked about this in detail in previous announcements, but Desktop Explorer can change quite a bit in its approach to torment its different users. For example, since the computer's youngest user was addicted to a virtual chat room, well, you have to read conversations from years ago and understand what made her play along with Desktop Explorer. Combine all of your skills to reach the truth of it all. Remember, nothing is off the table. We'd love to share more, but we want to leave plenty of secrets for you to find when you play the full game. So please, leave us a wishlist on Steam. In an age where people are taking counsel and pseudotherapy from computers, we are taking a look back and telling a story of what happens when we try and solve human problems with the coldness of technology. Will you outsmart the computer? Will you solve the mystery? Will you become a Desktop Explorer? Thank you so much! We really hope you enjoyed the game.
Yeah, this is straight up him straight up saying they're trying to fight act against AI because AI is taking over the world.
And goodbye.
Taking away people's dreams, taking away people's fucking straight out jobs and everything. Yeah, we just seen this one too and stuff. Am I Nina? Okay, that makes it more creepy.
Showcase is brought to you by the team at Fellow Traveler. We're an indie publishing label that focuses on narrative games, and you may have played some of our past hits like Citizen Sleeper, 1000 Times Resist, or the recently released Titanium Court. We've had a few games in the showcase so far, like Burn 9 and Penguin Colony, but we have even more to show off. Let's check it out.
Two parallel. What's this? Got a bottom string out. They're all because of treatment. Okay, so they're just wrapping up with the other games they couldn't show up real quick. A 1000X resist. Citizen Sleeper. A TTRPG. Citizen Sleeper 2. Palette Beyond. Alt Love App. Physical release switch to PS5 soon on that one, so it's a rhythm game. Great God, Grove! That's really Parasite Killer. Mascot, check out their latest performance mascot AC. Scrap Down. Wait, this is like Psychonauts. Not Psychonauts, Scribblenauts.
How's it going? My name is Edmund Tran, and I'm the managing editor of a little website called This Week in Video Games. This Week in Video Games is a completely independent commercial affect was first used now.
What happened? Do you bet? When you signed the lease to that house of hers, you didn't just attract Janet's attention. You put you and your mate smack bang in the middle of a cosmic battle between good and evil, the likes of which you couldn't possibly understand. Really? Nah, she's just a bitch.
So far the puzzles. And a maze of disappearances. And save your friends. Escape the rental hellscape. Ugh, that is creepy.
Hey, Dave here from Powerhoof. Last year we put out a pulp adventure thriller called The Drifter, and yeah, now I want to tell you about my 90s inspired point and click fantasy adventure epic called The Telwinium. Join friends Pendar, Tanny and Wit as they flee the Shadowfell, along with a two-headed rogue, the axe-wielding uplander Otar, and an army of skeletons. It's your first night away from Willow's Dean, and you have first watch. The Telwinium started as a kind of nostalgia project for me, like sort of evoking the books and games that I've been in love with since the 80s. The art style's in glorious 16-color EGA with like a 4:3 aspect ratio and stuff. Yeah, so like really like Sierra games that I grew up playing. And the soundtrack by Brandon Bloom, it's like straight from that era. It even sort of plays on the hardware that was used back in the day. The story's all the fun, tropey fantasy stuff that I grew up reading too, with the twists and turns that you'd expect from the writer of The Drifter. It throws you right into the action. Imagine it's the first night Bilbo leaves the Shire and Gandalf just had his throat slit. That's the setup. Then yeah, throw in a magic system, multiple player characters, an army of skeletons at your control, and you've got the Telwinium. Gameplay is a kind of a mix of old and new. There's no getting soft locked if you miss an item or like crazy moon logic puzzles. And yeah, it's point and click. There's no like typing in, look around. But like those early games, looking around is a big important part. Yeah, so there's like a dedicated look cursor. I sort of love how immersive some of those old games feel, despite their simplicity, just because you're really in the world, reading descriptions as you look around the room to get hints at what to look into more. So yeah, book one of the Telwinium, Winter's Dawn, is available as a demo on Steam right now. I've put out early versions of the first 3 books already, and yeah, once the 4th is complete, there'll be a sort of finished story, and I'll package them all up together here on Steam. And yeah, I really hope you'll have as much fun playing them as I've had making them, because it's been a blast.
Demon Schools. Not really into that one because it's a turn-based thing.
Two of my team are walking wounded. The other is about to lose her mind. And now, a sacred monstrosity is in our way. It took a lot to make me go back to the 1,000 hells. But she could pay it, and more. I just had to bring her murdered sons out. I needed to assemble the right team. I just hoped I could bring everyone back this time. We got past some very insistent guardian demons, but not without our first scars. I was glad I'd recruited a singer when we met shades who demanded funeral songs. It was that, or be torn apart. So here we are, just worn down husks. But maybe we can still nick what we need from under the monster snout. Well, at least most of us survived for our appointment with Queen Death.
1,000 hells. Damn.
Hi, Gareth Damian Martin here, creator of In Other Waters and the Citizen Sleeper series.
Yeah, that's pretty cool and stuff, but I'm not really
enjoying
into
the
the
story-rich
text-based ones
showcase
either.
So far, I'm dropping in for just a Nintendo Switch 2 on June 25th. If you already own either game, you'll be able to upgrade to the Switch 2 edition for free on that day too. But that's not all. On June 7th, that's tomorrow, I'll be in the PC Gaming Show to reveal my brand new game in a world premiere. The show starts at 8 PM BST.
That's what shows. So it's just sort of come in just to say, hey, don't make the
That's still
PC gaming
not
thing.
possible.
Oh, so that's it? Yep, that was it for that one. It's just, that was a short one. I should say there's some good story ones in there and stuff. Some I might best, some I might not. I'm 50-50, but like I should have said, people, please go to their Steam page and wish list this to show Steam that these games will sell and automatically show these developers there is a community backing them. Until then, please like, comment, subscribe, ring that ding of that bell like always. And automatically, I'll see you next time on Gaming Island with the next video, next stream, whatever. I'll see you guys later.